What up? What up? All right. So pretty much, I wanted to give you guys another part two of the last video that I made. Macro idea that I wanted to talk about was turtle soup setups. Okay. Turtle soup setups, not just on a daily chart, but how to actually use this in pretty much every scenario that you can think about. So if you are a swing trader, day trader, scalper, doesn't matter. The biggest thing here that I want you guys to take away from this entire lesson is that price is algorithmic. It is. And a lot of times that I talk to a lot of people who may have not come across ICT or, just don't understand exactly what we're looking at, I'm telling you, man, this is kind of not the only thing that you can really use to trade, I'll say. But if you really wanted to get it down to like one or two methods or strategies, like this is a really good one, pretty much. So today I wanted to pretty much go over. I mean, we're still looking at US 30, but three different assets by the end of the video. But US 30, Nasdaq number two, and I wanted to jump on anything from the stock market. So I'll at some point pick a random one, I'm sure. Okay. And my reason for doing that is you'll understand how this really happens in every market, like crypto, Forex, futures, stocks. It does not matter. Okay. Now, switch your attention to the top left of my screen. Okay. Now, if you notice that, now people always try to make fun of me when I say this. They're like, I thought you didn't use indicators. You say you don't use indicators. I don't. The only ones that are literally on my screen are time-based separators. Okay? So when I'm going to look at something, right? And this is what I wanted to explain to you from part one. We jumped in here a little bit. We saw this color scheme, and a lot of people were like, yo, what is that? So, if you haven't figured it out by now, right? Weekend Saturday, Sunday is giving me Sunday. So it's separating my weeks for me. So from yellow to yellow, or actually point rather. So from yellow to yellow is 1 week. Simple, right? All the colors in between, right? And you guys ask me this all the time why I like it this way. But realistically, you can really set it up however you like. But as long as the time-based indicator that you're trying to use does the same thing mine does, okay? You don't really even need sessions or weekend Saturday, Sunday specifically, but you need some sort of time-based separators to do what we're doing, okay? Now, big thing here, I'm only marking the days just so you can see what this is doing for me, okay? And you get the point. If I zoom in, right? So like I talked about London session being in green. London mixed with New York is brown. New York session in all red, leading us into Asian session. And then Tuesday, London starts the whole thing again. So without me having to, hold on, let me turn this brightness up. So without me having to do too much extra shit, right? I could literally say, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. And I'm telling you, bro, this happens so much, this turtle soup setup. And the only reason why we're looking at days of the week, right? Times of the day, time and price. If you've never heard ICT talk about that or me talk about that or whatever, the whole idea is time and price. The algorithm that we're choosing to use every day operates based off time. The same things happen pretty much week by week, same times every day. It's almost scary to the point where I'm not going to get into the weekly concept right here, right now, but When we go to talk about how to operate from Monday to Friday, you'll see a lot of the same phenomenon happening at the same times. Okay, so days of the week, and I'll give you these two obviously. So like between Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, there's a lot going on. That's all I'll say. Okay, but for this to be helpful for you, right? What we're choosing to do here, let me get rid of this. What we're choosing to do here, right, with the time-based separators, okay, is to add some organization to your screen. Again, you don't need RSI, you don't need stochastic oscillators, you don't need EMAs, VWAPs, none of that. You don't even need the volume. All you need to understand is market structure to some sort of degree, and you need to know what time it is, okay? And this is operating off of New York time. So if you're in like another state or you're not in on the East Coast or whatever, you need to just basically make sure you're on your off your trading view chart. You need to just be on New York time. Is basically what I'm saying. Okay. Now, before I say anything, right? We're on an hour chart, and you can see I can look back weeks and weeks and weeks and whatever, right? We talked a little bit about how old highs and old lows are what you want to search for, okay? And I mean like significantly though. So once again, let me give you an example. Old high here, right? And let's zoom into this really quick, okay? These are some of my favorite examples because they're so easy, okay? Notice this old high to the left. And notice what happens when it dips back down, right? We have a run up, and we make a new high. Okay. It runs down one more time. Doesn't break this line, of course, yet. And then breaks this high, right? Is that generally confusing to you? Or is that generally scary to you? And the reason why I ask that is because think about this. A lot of people who trade support and resistance ideas, right? This type of scenario would confuse the mess out of somebody. Believe you, because I used to be so confused too. Watch this. 4-hour chart, right? The whole idea of turtle soup, again, it's a run on liquidity. So, really get used to this instead of a support and resistance idea. When we're breaking old highs and old lows, that is literally, not every time, but most times is going to be a significant indicator for understanding that price is now bearish. Once we broke above this old high, I'm already looking to sell it. Once you broke above another short-term high, I'm definitely selling this. And this now becomes the long-term high, okay? We talked about long-term lows a little bit, long-term highs a little bit. But until we get to that section, I want you to get really comfortable with main basic idea here. Significant lows, significant highs. Not just any old low or any old high, okay? This is what I mean. Notice how this example here, price ran above a significant high, right? Like there's nothing else in this area above this. There's nothing around. You could look to the left and find some other price action, but I mean like for this structure in general, there's literally nothing here. This gets violated by this price swing here. We have one more. Long-term high is made. And what do we do after? Trend down, right? Perfect. Now, to complete the narrative from left to right. Before we jump back on how to use this on lower time frames, right? I want you to get used to this idea. On a very basic level, when sell side liquidity And let me make sure you understand what I'm saying. I mark SSL for sell side liquidity for those who don't know. And I also mark BSL for buy side liquidity. Okay. Man, I swear, when you sit there and you smoke a bunch of backwoods and you like look at this over and over and over and over again, it almost makes trading kind of like, not obviously just less scary, but it's going to be to where you're not going to find it personally very difficult. A lot of people out there are always like, oh, trading is so hard, and you need to be so into your risk management that you can't risk more than 1% and things like that. I honestly don't think that's true, bro. If you have a slight understanding of even just honestly liquidity, you'll be in good shape. Okay. When SSL is taken out on a major level, I'm going to literally write this on screen. Price is now bullish. So when SSL is taken, price is bullish. Please for your notes, write that one down. If you hear nothing else I said today, okay? When major sell side liquidity, that means the lowest low that you see in this area, before this little smack back up and it gets taken out again, price is automatically bullish. You need to be looking for higher prices, okay? And right back with this idea here too, right? When we took out a major buy side liquidity spot, price is no longer bullish. It's not. You'll sit there and argue with me, right? Okay, well, if price is not bullish, why does it keep going up and up and up before it makes the rundown? It's creating brand new liquidity. And for those who get curious as to why this is happening, when you have old lows and old highs, right? What's found in that area? Not just liquidity, right? Be specific. Think about it. Take like 2 or 3 seconds. Retail traders. Okay. Retail traders, when they participate a lot of times, right? What are they looking for? Breakouts, support and resistance, patterns, harmonic patterns that they literally think works. And what did I say before, right? It's not that you can't use a retail pattern every now and then and price is going to go in your favor. Because it will every now and then. But I'm talking extreme accuracy and consistency. That's what I'm into. I'm not into retail logic. Okay? Understand this, ready? US 30, everyone gets so scared about because obviously it looks like it wicks really far and it goes kind of a little farther than you expect almost every time, right? But at the same time, it still follows exactly what we're looking at. Watch this. Ready? When SSL is taken out, price is bullish. Okay? For your notes. Let's get rid of a lot of the stuff on the screen and let's look at this area in depth. All right. Now, again, major sell side liquidity is now taken out. And right before we get to how to use it on a lower time frame, I'm giving you the recap. Because again, this is happening all over the place. And I'm on a 4-hour time frame if you didn't notice. So last time we talked about the daily. So notice when I turn on my time-based indicators, right? Watch this. Okay. Notice how we played with the idea with the time-based indicators off, right? It doesn't take a lot of effort to see that this is clearly like 1 or 2 weeks away, right? Now, the low that we were paying attention to, that broke that sell side liquidity spot, right? This is literally a good amount of time in between this run, okay? With that being said, are you guys swing traders? Or are you a day trader? Or are you a scalper? This is going to play into you deciding what you want to do. It's all based on time, bro. All based on time. Now, watch this. We saw that on the 4-hour that this major liquidity spot is really like the last thing that was down there, right? So, I'm already thinking when we get right underneath that, price is automatically bullish to me, okay? But you got to make it make sense, all right? Now, notice how the easier ones I've showed you so far, they're not like insignificant lows or highs. What do I mean by that? If you notice what we talked about before, previous day, previous week, previous sessions. Highs and lows broken from either of those three is going to really make this come to life for you, okay? Notice how this is like the low of the week, right, for this Thursday and Friday. The Monday here gets underneath that. Price is what? Bullish. Extremely bullish. So even if you weren't paying attention to this one over here, you can still use this concept at a later time. And what you're going to do? Boom, just like that. But let's really look at this area though, okay? London session is in green. Friday's low has been clearly violated, right? So as soon as you see London session Monday, we know that London session brings a good amount of volatility into the market before New York session, okay? And what you want to understand about the different sessions, right? I'm not going to fully talk about this right here, right now. I'll do a separate video on this. But if you're familiar with the power of three, each session is going to kind of take on a characteristic of that. So if Asian session out here in black, right? You see how it's very flat? It's going to accumulate, right? London session, a lot of times, it's going to manipulate. Okay, so you see London manipulation a lot of times. New York is literally distribution. That's why for a lot of our concepts are based on New York session. But there are some other things that you can do even outside of just the session, but really understand that previous day, previous session, or previous week will give you such an insane turtle soup setup. It's so hard to ignore. And again, we talked about this one right here that's outlined in this circle. We talked about this major SSL from the week before. As soon as those are broken, right? Look what price does. It runs. And it literally does not stop. How do you be a part of that? Exactly what I told you. But again, emphasis on major sell-side liquidity taken. Is there anything else down here? I mean, like, let's be honest. We have this one, right? But I'm not expecting that one to get hit. I'm not. This is the last one for, again, this is why I have to use time-based separators, right? Understand this low was a long time ago. Not saying it's not relevant, but it's not needed for this idea to be confirmed for me to be comfortable, okay? This previous week's low was taken. This is perfectly fine. and price is going to run up and take out an old high. Does it do just that? It sure does. Okay. Now, we talked about that, but I want to show you something. Okay. Let's come here to my Discord really quick. All right. So, in my Discord, you'll see a lot of stuff that me and my students get into. I have signals, tutorials, live trading, group workshops, news updates. Like, there's so much content here. Okay. And a lot of times when I'm telling you guys, like, the stuff that we want to see, right? Like, for example, this US 30 play from today, actually. So early this morning, right? I was actually on 1%. That's crazy. Signal, right? So pretty much came into the market, and I have a idea section here. 4:47 in the morning, I sent this one out. But basically, exactly what I said, right? If you see right at the top, what do we talk about? Old highs being violated, right? This sends price what? Significantly downward. Then I even mentioned right here, right? Yo, why am I not above that old high? Why is my entry not there? And why is it a little under that, beneath that? I mean, I'm not going to say it matters or doesn't matter, because it's basically on your comfort level at that point. If you need more confirmation before you want to take your position using a turtle soup setup, you can still use an imbalance or fair value gap or whatever. And we'll talk about how to do that in a second. But the idea, right, is that once these old highs are broken, and you see this 5-minute imbalance right here, and I mean like middle of my screen, smack dab. Price is not getting back above that. It's not. So when I see all of these brand new ones, I went to my 1-minute chart and sold it. And so right when we see all of my updates, right, look what happens. Price dies. Completely dies. And check this out. Ready? Yep, a lot of updates, whatever. But what I really want you guys to get used to is the same idea. See what I mean? This one that we took on Tesla, I gave this free play out a couple days ago, right? I have a free trade section, and I'm just kind of starting to update this right here. But long story short, Tesla giving me the same play. There's a whole nother idea with the confluence here, but same thing. When price takes out a significant low, I'm anticipating an older high to be completely demolished. And look what happens. Does my plan work out or not? You tell me. And believe me, like I said, this is a lot of money, man. For those who are just getting started, and people tell you, oh, don't expect big home runs and don't expect big moves, and it's rare to find insane trades. No, it's not. No, it's not. And the reason why I talk like this all the time, and my students understand I do the same thing all day. It's not very difficult. Look how I break this down. Look at it. Sopa de tortuga. Turtle soup. In Spanish, that's what that means. As soon as that old low was taken out significantly, and I had one run, right? Look specifically where my arrow is. The lowest green candle starts an up run, right? Right underneath that old low. It runs back down. Price actually trades back into this old green candle from the bottom and does what? Takes off. Takes off. And that's it. And I gave this one for free. Imagine how much money you would have made in one single play. And again, the main idea here, right? And this is when I want to go to, Nasdaq in a second. But big thing about Nasdaq, ready? Watch this. Now, if you guys want to learn how to trade intraday with this, right? Let's say you're not a swing trader. That's fine. I get complaints about that all the time. Well, I'm not a swing trader. I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't think this is helpful for me. Okay. I'm telling you, this is the easiest thing to do. Doesn't matter what you are. Swing trader, scalper, day trader. Now, my thing is, it's all about perspective, right? You can find a good move in here all over the place. It depends on how you want to run it. My thing is, if you really want to get in and you want to snap on let's say a really quick scalp or a day trade. Okay. Let's go with the current week, right? Perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Okay. What did I tell you guys before? Take a second, right? Not just about old highs or old lows being violated. What's another thing that I'm looking for right after that? Or actually, I'm sorry, right before that. I'm looking at it right here. Really look. Before I say it, really look. Okay. Exactly. Your eyes saw it before I even said anything. Now, this is kind of fun for me, right? Just because video 3, I'll get into silver bullets, other things that you can do in terms of time, okay? But the big idea here is understanding you can use this on a day chart, a 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, literally on a 1-minute chart. It doesn't matter. So watch this. This is New York session, am I right? Now, this is a Tuesday. Now, let me get rid of all this crap on the screen so I can show you properly what I'm talking about and why I love this so much. And again, for all of you guys who are saying, well, I don't trust this, and you got to have some sort of faith in this. You feel me? Go back in your charts and look, man. Don't just trust my judgment. Go back in all your charts and look for old, extreme, significant lows and highs to get violated. I haven't hit you with nothing complicated. Nothing complex here. But check it out. 15-minute time frame, right? What did I say before? It's like a tail sticking out. That's what my mind kind of processes every time I see this. What time did this happen? Okay. It's 15. Now, this is literally end of day. The end of the day, right? Now watch this. When price jammed up. Oh, I was looking for the arrow. Whoopsie. London session, am I right? When price jams up. I'm going to do it in the form of a trend line. I don't really draw these a lot, but I'll do it like that. Right. Price jams up, and we see this whole day. A lot of people are like, well, it's bullish, obviously. And it's true. Definitely bullish. And it's a lot of fun because, we talked about the power of 3 very briefly. You have accumulation here. You have London's manipulation down here, right? I don't know why, but I want to play Fortnite so bad right now. I don't know why I thought about that. Whatever. So anyway, I see Fortnite slide down. Did I just say Fortnite again? I did. This goes to show you how distracted and fried I am. I gotta stop smoking weed every time I make a video. But it's all good. So price is sliding down here, right? London session. Right before we have a perfect OTE turtle soup. Right? If you wanted to catch the up move, this is how you do it. Okay? And what did I say? London session is going to be the manipulation after accumulation, and your distribution is where? New York. And this whole thing is going to be your distribution all the way up, right? Now, two ideas. How do you know the first move is over? How do you know the second one is ready? Before I say it, really look. Really look. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking like, yo, like, but it can't be this simple. It is, though. It is, though. And so if I would draw the normal way, I want it to be a little extra just because a lot of people who've never seen this concept before are going to need a little extra reinforcement. But this is what I mean. Ready? You have turtle soup here. Now, it's not a whole session low, but it's a significant low. Okay? Still significant. Low from London is taken out. What did I say? If you wanted to be a little more comfortable with it, wait and find an imbalance, right? Fair value gap is right here. Boom. Run it from your fair value gap and run it until either 12 p.m. or if you are really far in profit, you could try to run it over the rest of PM session 2. And that's what happened. So you would have been able to capture this entire up move and then wait. Ready? How do you sell it off right afterward? Oh, you have this high created, right? Price is going to drill down, okay? Look how far it goes, actually. It actually goes right back to that imbalance. So we could extend that. Crazy, right? So if you were actually paying attention, you could have ran this 2 times. But I'm not going to give you the confidence to do that one. I want you to be comfortable just with this, what we're talking about. So don't worry about reclaim fair value gaps or reaper fair value gaps or anything like that. Just be comfortable with what we're talking about. Now, as soon as this high was taken, came down again, comes to break this entire high. Retail shorts up here are paired with smart money long. Oh, no. Retail longs are paired with smart money shorts. There we go. Had to give you the right one. So where is this thing supposed to go? Right back to this imbalance. And that perfectly happens, right? To the point where it's so accurate. This is why you want to take profit right when you get to certain targets. Look at that. Right from this target here. Perfect turtle soup. And you should be taking profit right at this imbalance. Or if it gives you a chance to run this old low, take profit underneath this old low. Okay. But realistically, you would end up with something like that. And something like this. You could have ran those back to back. Back to back. Now, quick thing. What makes this so perfect? Or again, why do we like this? We talked about liquidity briefly, right? But pretty much turtle soup is just a really, really aggressive, actionable signal that you can trade using a classic run on liquidity. Okay? God damn. Did anybody see this imbalance right here? Like, yo. And all of my Nasdaq trades for the group are similar. Either we're taking turtle soup or fair value gap, or, you know, when I want to run some of my favorite ones for signals, that is. There's so many other things that we could do in the market, on this channel, or just in general to get an idea of where the market is going, find how to participate, and find where to take our profits. It's not difficult. Now, very last part of my video, right? I really want to, let's go to my watch list. Let's find, yeah, don't mind me, but let's find like something random, right? Let's Russian roulette the stocks. Ain't nothing I like in this one. Let's go a little lower. Let's do MRO. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Now, you can tell I haven't clicked on MRO in so long. I literally got some of my old markings on here. That's pretty cool. Wow, I wish I could, like, if I could talk to my older self and give the same information that I'm giving to you guys. Oh my God. Anyway, when I'm looking at stocks, everybody, right? When I'm trading options, I actually start at I mean, I use the monthly, but I actually start at a weekly time frame. Okay. Now, the weekly on stocks is crazy to me. Just because the stock market is so old, man, that like price action literally goes on forever. But when I'm looking on a higher time frame, obviously it's going to paint a really big picture as to where we're going. And a lot of people will sit there and focus on just the 5-minute chart. You have no real picture. You have no idea where price is really going. Like, yes, you could run all the same concepts that we talk about on every time frame since it's fractal, yes. But you have to have an overall picture. You have to be zoomed out before you zoom in. You feel me? That's what's going to make it easier for you anyway. So, this is what I mean. Ready? Watch. We're on a weekly time frame. Okay? Let's put together a really, really nice one here. And I mean, like, nice for example. I'm not trying to give you something that's like so outlandish to where you're not going to even attempt it in real life, right? So my thing is here, we talk about swing trading first, okay? Then day trading. But for swing trading, right? Before I say anything, I know you can see it. I know you can see it. Watch. And again, we talk about, I'll say the word narrative, but when I say narrative, price is literally giving me a story from left to right. You have to start your narrative somewhere and try to end it somewhere, okay? That's what's going to make it easy for you. So when I'm starting a chart or whatever and I'm trying to figure out where something's going or why something went, right? Watch this. Let's start in this area here, okay? So right here, watch this. What is that? Turtle soup. That's the first one that catches my eye, right? So when I mean significant high has been taken out, what do I mean? We trend up here. Well, let's really get in there. Hold on. Let's get in there. There we go. So a high was created, right? We trend down, trend down, trend down. Did this low get taken here? Yes, it does. And again, I'm not giving you a whole like ICT full lecture. I didn't give you nothing but an entry technique. I gave you nothing else, really. We talked a little bit about liquidity and why it's important. But again, I'm giving you a simple way to view the market. There's other things along the way that you can, again, pick up from me, ICT, and whoever else that trades smart money concepts. But I'm telling you, man, if you really want to just play the game on easy mode, this is what you do. Notice this low was taken. It runs up, takes out buy side liquidity, right? We take out an old high. Prices now what? Now price is fully bearish, man. You can sell that thing the fuck down. All the way. And this is what's important. Ready? Watch. Now that you sold this thing off, where is price going? Exactly. You see why that's cool, man. You see why that's so simple and easy. And everybody's going to pop on here and say, oh, well, he ain't do nothing proprietary. I see, again, I understand liquidity, so like just nothing really here of value. Yeah, okay. Notice what happened the last time we did the same exact setup. Watch this. Old low, trends up, comes back, gets what? Violated. I'm telling you, man, this shit is never ending. Turtle soup from the bottom and target what? Does it get hit? It sure does. I'll do you one better. You were wondering about this a couple minutes ago and why I didn't mark that. Because I'd rather use it as a target. And the reason why I'm laughing is because, like, I love ICT so much, man. Like, life-changing content, literally. The stuff that I've learned from him is so simple. And that's why when people come to me and they say, man, yo, I don't know how you do it, man. That ICT shit is just, it's just too complex for me. I'd rather just have a lower win rate with a support and resistance idea. Really? That's kind of crazy to me. And I mean, like, crazy because I can get in the market and do this right here. And what is that? Hold up. Let me, just so I can get this out the way. Let me give you this last one. Just because it's stupid, man. And like I said, you guys saw me personally take the old markings off of MRO. I haven't been on this thing in years. Concept is still the same. So if I happen to be looking at MRO on a weekly scale, all of my swing signals would be just like this. And you see the results, man. How far does it go? As far as we expect it to. Old low taken out. And what? Old low taken out. You tell me, man. And look. On a monthly scale, watch that. Look at that. You want to be in profit for months at a time? I can show you how. It's not complex, man. It's not. This is why this is such a cool, fun idea. Oh, also, if you needed extra confluence, I mean, this is a no-brainer, but do you see how perfectly all of this aligns just randomly, right? This is why you guys have to understand. Yes, there is an algorithm to the market. It's not just Forex. Stock market too, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's the same thing. You have to move like this. I only showed you one trade setup from last video to this video. And you see how many ways that this thing is accurate. It's stupid. And what did I talk about? For this one here, because this is a sell model here, right? Smart money longs are paired with, I keep saying this backward, man. Retail longs are paired with smart money shorts. Every time. Oh yeah, I made sure you guys can't make fun of me this time. The iPad is charging. Aha. It's always charging, but yeah, I'm gonna take it off now. I never charge this thing to 100. I don't need to. But realistically, this is what I mean, man. Your trades can look just like this. You target this low, and if you're looking at the monthly, you use this as a stop loss. Yes, it's a very big stop loss. I understand that. But you see the risk to reward, bro. You see the risk to reward, bro. That's crazy. Let's really zoom in too. Watch. Just for all those who want to be slick and be like, well, I'm not going to wait that long and I'm not going to do this and that. Okay. You don't have to. Understand the structure. It's fractal. So if you find this on a weekly, go into a lower time frame and trade it. You see that? So your trade will look just like that. Yeah, price is going to get a little bullish, but these are just speed bumps. You have to understand where price is going to gravitate to. It's like a magnet, literally. Imbalances are magnets. Turtle soup is going to make price turn around and run to the next liquidity spot. Okay, for all you smart people out there who, as I'm literally speaking, have all this crap that you want to try and, at this point, I'm making it so easy, you're going to start to make excuses. Believe me, I know. I've explained this to somebody before, and someone keeps hitting me with the, well, what if what if this happens? Well, I'm not a swing trader. I can't even do that anyway. You're making excuses now. You're making excuses, my guy. And the simple fact that I want to give it to you, right? Hold on, let's go back to day. We want to go back just because I missed it. Hold up 1 second. That's what happens when I lose my place, man. Whatever. Watch this. Either way, however you look at it, right? When you're finding a turtle soup setup, price is going to do the same exact thing. Ready? I found it. There we go. So look, remember how I said, find your turtle soup, find you an imbalance. You feel me? So, if you're actually not a swing trader, look at this. You still can take the benefit of using this fair value gap. Your entry point is right here, okay? This is a Tuesday here. If you would have waited from Tuesday's high to be, again, turtle soup, it ran another high off this fair value gap, so it's a rebalance, and it's going to still go to where exactly where you expect it to. And look at all day on that Wednesday. You could have caught the whole day's range on Wednesday. So this entire purple candle here, you could have caught all of that. You could have caught the whole thing. And again, if you just understand where order flow is bearish, you could have probably ran a few different trades all the way to the bottom. Do you see what I mean? Learn how to stay on one side of the marketplace when you know order flow is either bearish or bullish. Ah, that just set off a light bulb in your head, didn't it? But what we're going to do, we're going to save a few things for next video. So we're going to talk more about time and price. We're going to talk more about how to succeed in swing trading this way. Other keys to day trading turtle soup setups, and how to use higher time frame imbalances to actually get incredible scalps and day trades. So now we're kind of mixing and matching, right? Yeah. And like I said, man, this is so fun for me to do because when I go in here and, like, you know, for example, let's go to Trade Ideas Reloaded. Like, some of the stuff that we can do, man, is just absolutely incredible. Some of the stuff that we can do. And when I pretty much give you, okay, like a scenario for gold, right? We sold gold the other day. Just simple stuff, man. You feel me? Simple ideas. Imbalances. Turtle soup. This is a macro turtle soup idea and using a lower time frame imbalance to attack liquidity. That's all I did, bro. I'm giving signals almost every day. The only days I'm not giving a signal is if probably like a Monday, to be honest. So I'm trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. And yeah, man, the Discord is a lot of fun. If you're at work all day and you really can't focus on what we're focusing on, and like I said, I'm operating in 3 different markets, so crypto, Forex, and options trading. So I'm looking at stocks. I'm telling you, man, there's kind of a fucked up level of accuracy in here. Yeah, that one killed me. It was so funny. But yeah, man. There's so much accuracy in this chat, it's not even funny. But I will leave you in this video. But I will be back for a part 3. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Go buy some backwoods for me or something, and I'll see you soon.